So, who is Gini Swancy? And why should you listen to this random woman on the internet about love? I have to start at the end to tell you why this is important to me and important to everyone who has someone in their life that they truly love and want to have the greatest love with. 2 years ago, and literally 2 years ago tomorrow, my husband came into my office on a Saturday morning. It was sunny, perfect weather, an absolutely beautiful day. And I was in my office at my computer. I had been doing research. I had been doing love research because of the journey we had been on. This was already the path that I was on. And he came in to tell me goodbye, kissed me, said, "I love you. I'll see you in the morning at 9 a.m." He was headed off to a Clemson football game. He had the perfect day. He got to see his sister, his brother-in-law, his roommate from college, some of his closest friends. Clemson won. The weather was ideal. It was truly a spectacular day. He even said to one of his really good friends, "I feel better than I have in 10 years. And he was spending the night that night because I didn't like him driving in the dark. He would get sleepy. So he went to the hotel after the football game and he went to sleep. He had a heart attack in his sleep. So when he didn't show up at 9 o'clock the next morning, I started to get concerned. I could see his phone was still at the hotel. I called the hotel over and over. I finally got them to understand the sense of urgency. I called my sister-in-law, my husband's sister, and explained that he was not home and that I could see his phone at the hotel and I might need her to stay in the area for a little while because it was several hours from home. So she and her husband headed to the hotel, and she called me back a little bit later to say, "Ginny, he's gone." Obviously, that was the worst day of my life. But what I can say with 100% certainty is that I could not be more grateful for the love that we had at that point in our relationship. We had been married for 20 years. We'd been together for 22 years. And we had a lot of years in the middle of our relationship that were so hard that we really were not sure we were going to make it through. We were in a downward spiral at some points, and we were just about to call it quits. I said that at the very beginning. We were having such a hard time finding our way back to that loving couple that we were at the very, very beginning. So I literally did something that changed everything that I will share with you throughout the program, but I don't want to give the secret away yet. And we had years of genuine joy, laughter, connection, and funny during those years that we were the absolute best we had ever been. We faced some real hardships. We had job losses and financial concerns and, some family stuff that was happening that truly tested our love during those really great years. But on the heels of all of those things that weren't working, on the heels of that was this tremendous connection that we had. This way that we could work together, I'm not going to even call it work, that we could come together and communicate about things and support each other. If one of us was really struggling, if one of us was having fear over job loss or anxiety or fear again over the future. The other one was able to lift them up. We did a beautiful dance of one of us being supportive and allowing the other to have their moment. And it showed us just how mature and beautiful our love had become, because we were able to get to that place. I've been able to survive losing my person, my best friend, the love of my life. I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to love him like that. And so that's who I am. That's why what I'm going to share with you not only is profound and can help to wake up the love in your relationship, but I'm also sharing with you that there's urgency in doing this. There's urgency in making your love everything possible now. We are not promised tomorrow. We don't believe that it'll ever happen to us. I certainly didn't. My husband was young. He was healthy. But I'm incredibly grateful for the love that we shared. That's my experience and why this really is important to me to be able to share with you. In addition to that, I do have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in communications with an emphasis in interpersonal communications and crisis communications. I've worked a lot on messaging and how we frame a crisis with various organizations. I've also had a background that's heavy in financial services and real estate. So I have a professional background, and when I saw how impactful this was to our relationship, my husband and I talked about it, and I said, I want to share this. I want everybody to have the chance to have this kind of love. And he agreed. So I had already gone down the path of research and writing, and that's how I got here. I hope that helps you to understand who you're talking to. And I care so much about your journey. If you have questions, if you have any comment, I am always open to hearing it, and will do anything that I can to help you have your best relationship. The best place to go for that conversation is the private Waking Up Love Facebook group. Everybody in there is going through this journey, and I'm excited to have you here, and I'm excited to hear what you have to say and help you in any way possible.